Getting everything set up here because it's gonna be an early night tonight. School week. We're back in school, baby. Lord help us. So I have planned tonight to showcase BPD Bradley. We're going to watch the new Alexis Q&A, kind of discuss on that a bit, and then dip into Beth Osborn updates as of yesterday. Well, I guess last night. I'll give it a minute and see if anybody pops in before I start. I have some Ultimate 80s. Hello, Secret Squirrel. I have Ultimate 80s going as background music tonight. Oh, school has started. I was not ready. I was not prepared. Bring it down a scotch. I'm gonna try to keep it kind of on the shorter side tonight. I'll probably end up going for maybe an hour. I'm trying not to be too long tonight because it is a school night. School night. I am not a morning person by all means. It took all of my coffee this morning. All of it. All right, we're gonna skibbity. What is it? Skibbity toilet that they're saying now. We're gonna skip it. We're gonna skippy that toilet. And what should we do first? Should we do? I think we should do Bipolar Bradley first, because at least he's comedic. We need a bit of comedy. We need a little pick me up. All right. So we're definitely gonna need a mask. Take that off there. A little of this. A little of this. A little of this. There, I think something like that will be fine. And we'll do that. And then let's move my chat. I think that'll work. I think. And sorry, I'm a perfectionist. Okay. We're gonna get in to some BPD Bradley. Boink. apparently he has a Cameo. I was aware of this, but I don't think he had it linked in his TikTok, and he finally linked it. So I was like, well, let's see what he puts out there. Let's just see what they're getting for $9 a pop. Apparently he does like roasting videos for people. That seems to be a good majority of his Cameo requests are for roastings. So should we start with the intro? We'll do it. We'll start with the intro.
Wrestling style promo.
Why won't it play on the larger screen?
Hey Eric, guess what?
There we go.
Well, the beggar has a job. You can head on over to Cameo and book the beggar today. If you've booked me on Cameo, please leave a review. Thank you.
I'm back! It's the sequel, bitch! Same shit, different year. Cause you still fucking suck at fantasy football. You fucking suck at fantasy football. And you know what? One more thing, Eric, before I let you go. Eric, one more thing. I need you to go over to your girlfriend, get in her purse, and get your balls back. Cause you ain't got no balls either. Have a good draft, buddy. You still suck though.
So are you familiar at all with Bipolar Bradley? I know I've covered him before, I think just on live streams. I haven't done like an episode or anything on him. Honestly, it's more for the entertainment value than anything, but he is a mentally unwell, mentally unstable person on TikTok that essentially has no shame in saying that he cannot hold down a regular job by any means because of his mental issues. And so he begs online for money to get him by. He lives out of his car. He does have I think he has just visitation of his child. He doesn't have like partial custody or anything like that. He has just visitations. But a good majority of his days are spent online on TikTok begging people to send money his way. And more often than not, he does get quite a few donations, and obviously he's a little more on the entertaining side, or can be. It's just the fact that he begs online for money is the only qualm. Like, he could get a regular job. He has held down a regular job up until him and his, I don't know if it was his wife or fiance or just girlfriend, but when him and his baby mama split, that's when the mental breakdown happened, and he hasn't been able to hold a job since. So I think it's partially just maybe laziness. It could be a little bit of social anxiety, but I think it's just he doesn't have to, and he knows that if he probably were to get a job, that some of his money may go to child support. So I know a lot of men have issue with that. I mean, a lot of women have issue with it too when child support gets involved, whether or not they want to be working to pay for their children. But I found that he had a Cameo, and I know he'd been advertising it before, like around his birthday. He was advertising it really hard. He's charging $9 a pop for these. I think sometimes a little bit more depending on what they're needing him to do, but it's very entertaining nonetheless. He seems to be the type that's into like the backyard wrestling. So it's just entertaining. It's to break up the monotony of, Amberlynn's drama and, everybody else's drama, and his is kind of on the pettier side. Hi, Spooky. You didn't miss much. We're going over Bipolar Bradley's cameos right now. I found his Cameo.
Marissa, what is up? I'm BPD Bradley, and Josh has hired me to let you know that Zen is the way to go, and that cigarettes are bad for you. You're going to be coughing.
Oh, heck no, I did not buy his cameo. These are cameos that he's already fulfilled. Luckily, Cameo lets you see a lot of the cameos that people fulfill. I guess if they decide to keep them public, they're just available to watch. So I've never had a cameo before, so I don't know directly how it works. But yeah, I can watch all of the cameos that he's made public, as well as the cameos that he has completed that they've done reviews for. So,
and hacking up a lung every single day. Your buddy Josh says smoking sucks. So remember, Marissa, you're a quitter, and quitters are for losers. Don't quit. Keep vaping. BPD Bradley, out. Hey, Daryl, you fucking idiot. I've got a poem just for you. Screws and nails, nuts and bolts. Fuck you and the Indianapolis Colts. Why don't you go jerk off Joe Flacco? And then you can head on over to the Viking Welding Company and fuck some of those fat hosses. Come on, Daryl. You don't want some of that? I bet it smells nice in those nether regions. Daryl, Cookie loves you. So from me to you, get bent. Abraham.
Secret Squirrel, they're listed at $9. I'm guessing that's the starting price, and maybe he adjusts them for like whatever he's being asked to do. But like, I feel like $9, you're getting your money's worth in these. That's the thing, like Bipolar Bradley, if he were to actually like put an effort to his content at all, he's kind of entertaining on his own. It's just when you know at the back end of this, he is panhandling on TikTok day in and day out just to make ends meet because he chooses to live out of his car. That's where it gets a little...
My name is Bradley, and I heard a little tiny rumor that you are the best foreman ever known to the railroad, even if you don't show up on time. Yeah, Abraham, Cody doesn't have shit on your attendance. So Abraham, keep up the good work and keep on keeping on busting that ass.
He has some down here that are people reviewed. He does have Amber beat by a mile.
Hey, Eric, guess what? I'm back. It's the sequel, bitch. Same shit, different year. Cause you still fucking suck at fantasy football. You fucking suck at fantasy football. And you know what? One more thing, Eric, before I let you go. Eric, one more thing. I need you to go over to your girlfriend, get in her purse, and get your balls back. Cause you ain't got no balls either.
Good Lord. So this was written by the Cameo AI. And it says BPD Bradley is known for their hilarious and over-the-top personalized videos that roast, prank, and hype up their fans. Whether it's calling out their friends for their terrible fantasy football skills, delivering epic wrestling-style promos, or just straight up roasting someone for being an embarrassment, BPD Bradley brings the energy and creativity, from wishing happy birthday to dragging someone's mom. These videos are sure to make you laugh or cry. If you're looking to get absolutely torched, BPD Bradley is your guy. Where is one of his wrestling ones? Maybe it's this one. This looks like a wrestling one.
Boo Hill, Boo Hill, I'm coming to get you. You have the audacity to challenge Trash Bradley? Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you have any idea who you're talking to? I'm Trash fucking Bradley, and I'll fucking destroy you. Boo.
He should have charged more than $9 for that one. Oh my god, the mutton chops.
Hey, Daryl, do you know what really grinds my gears, Daryl? What really grinds my gears is a strong working man from Newark, Ohio, who's a shitty Indiana Colts fan. It makes my blood fucking boil. So you know what, Daryl? What you gonna do, brother? What you gonna do when BPD Bradley comes to Newark and runs wild on you? Hey, Daryl.
Either that or backyard wrestling. There's tons of independent backyard wrestling. They do okay. They do okay. And then we have some updates on Beth. I know I did my last video update I did on them about them running another scam type situation. To where they were raising another like $2,000. It's a little over $2,000 that they were raising, and it was for an RV and a vehicle so that they could travel and get out of Arkansas. Excuse me, ma'am. And that was a few days ago. A lot's happened in those few days since posting that, because they were $100 from goal last night, which I'm just assuming they've met goal since then. So in a few days they were able to collect another like $2,200 on top of the, I think, $1,700 that they had held up in Cash App, because their Cash App was being investigated for fraud. Because it'd been reported so many times as like scamming people. So, but also, Beth has a court date the 16th. she has to go in front of a court because of the issues that they've had with the number of dogs that they have in her apartment. The state of Arkansas, the county that she lives in, has a 4-dog limit, and she has 8. And they have been warned, and apparently Beth has some other warrants against her in different, I think it's in Oregon is what I saw online. Another TikTok person that covers Beth and Devin's shenanigans on TikTok and social media brought up one of their warrants and went out of their way to message the law enforcement in Oregon, letting them know that she's trying to run from yet another court hearing and charges against her. Yeah, and basically letting the law enforcement, like, giving them the heads up because they know that she has active warrants out against her, and kind of let them know that she's working on leaving Arkansas in an RV camper pulled by some kind of vehicle that she's also going to house those 8 dogs in, which I don't think any state that she goes to is going to be okay with her housing 8 dogs in it. That's just not suitable for animals. Like, if you had 1 or 2, maybe even 3, but 8, ma'am, no. She had a bond. I'm assuming Devin went online and pled his case to people of TikTok, and that's how they were able to come up with the bond amount to bond her out. But I think them leaving the state that warrant was put out in for her not showing, I mean, obviously she's in a different state now, and it's hard to kind of pin her down where she's going to be at because she constantly leaves anytime it gets too heated where she's staying, or people are doing like they're doing right now, reporting her and giving information to law enforcement. But I'm assuming this is going to be like nearing the end of her scamming journey, at least temporarily. If she does end up going to jail, I don't know what that's going to mean for Devin. Is Devin going to be out here pushing by himself? I doubt it. I doubt he stays out of jail much longer after she gets locked up because of his temper. Yeah. I don't know if they ever said that they got the Cash App money reinstated or like what happened to that. She said something about it taking a few days, but I don't know. They got that money really quick, and somebody has been watching them over the course of the last few weeks and added up all of the money that they've been able to collect through their own admission. Now, whether or not that's true or not is up for debate, but through their own admission, the money that they've received over the last 3 weeks has like been over $8,000. So they're able to turn and get money pretty quickly. And where all this money is going is beyond me, because the truck and trailer is said to have only cost $2,000. So where did the rest of the money go? And they're not paying their utilities, because one of the times that they were asking for money outside of these larger sums was to turn their electricity back on and to get groceries and such. Like, this is amounts outside of the large amounts that they asked for. So over the course of the 3 weeks that they've been peddling online, over $8,000 that they've collected from like grocery money, utility money, and these bigger amounts. That's outrageous. It's outrageous. I would play some of these videos, but they are always blasting music in the background, and you can barely hear them, so it's just obnoxious. I wish somebody would like either mute them entirely and just put up the transcript of what's said during the videos, or like something to that effect, because listening to it from straight recorded from their content, it's hard to make out any sense of what they're saying, because there's always like hardcore music playing in the background, or they're just talking in circles to get people to leave them alone. They're a mess. I'll leave that for the end of the stream, because then it'll be easier to edit the music out, I think. But we'll go on to the Alexis's, Amber's former bestie, Q&A that she did, because man, oh man, oh man.
Hey guys, it's Alexis, and this video is going to be my third Q&A. I also want to talk about a conversation that I had with Amberlynn in January, and I also will be releasing 2 conversations that Tommy had with 2 separate random Instagram users. Tommy, when are you going to learn? You cannot spill your guts out to these random people, especially if you ever had any intention of getting back together with Amberlynn. But maybe after this video, you'll start to think before you speak. Or type. And you've probably also figured out by now that you could do anything and Amberlynn's still not going to leave you. So live your best life, I guess. This first question is, does Amberlynn yearn to be besties with Jordy? She said it herself that he reminds her of a special someone.
Oh my god, did she show that in this?
Now, I just want to say I see the frog and I love Karina. And I also love Jordy. They have always been and always will be my favorite reaction channels. And if you were paying attention in my last 2 videos, I kind of subtly alluded to that. But anyways, yes, I do. That's why in the live stream that she deleted, I had mentioned something about like, oh, I thought you liked Jordy. Because I really genuinely thought she did. But I guess we're playing pretend over here and she doesn't, so. I also want to add a fun little story time moment to this. So when Amberlynn was living in Kentucky, she saw a license plate that belonged to the same state that Jordy lives in, and she freaked out and was like, oh my god.
Oh, was that from her TikTok though? I think that's from her TikTok. The Amber and the bra. The like crisscross bra, doing the lip syncing to God knows what. I forget at this point. Yeah.
God, he's stalking me. He sent someone to stalk me. And I was just like, girl, I think you're a little paranoid, but I also didn't really know. So I was just like, it's okay, like trying to comfort her. But now that I think back on it, that is ridiculous. Or is it? So this question asks, did Amber say anything to—
Oh, it's topless and she shows it on here? Ooh. No, I haven't seen that. I didn't think that was in here. A part of me, I'm not gonna lie, a part of me is curious what the anatomy looks like, but another part of me is like, no, I'm good, bro. I'm good. But that's just me. I'm a curious. Secrets Girl's like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
to you about Beck's new partner? So Amberlynn said she didn't know anything about Beck's new partner when I mentioned it to her, but then she asked to see the post and I had made a comment like, "Aw, Becky looks so good and their partner is like really hot." And needless to say, she did not appreciate that comment, but she didn't speak on—
Hello, Brioche. Fashionably late, I see. No, I started a little bit early. It's school time, y'all. It's school time. I had to start a little bit earlier because I can't be on very late tonight. We'll probably end up doing another live stream tomorrow as well because I got a few screenshots, but they're on my phone, so I need to get them onto my computer so that I can share from the whole Beth Osborn debacle that's going on right now. Lucky. I feel like it is here too soon. Like, I feel like they barely got a summer break. Yeah. I mean, they got $2,200 over the course of 3 days. They were able to save that $2,200. And somebody broke down. Yeah, what didn't Beth do? But somebody broke down what they've gotten or what they've claimed to have gotten over the last like 3 weeks, and it's like over $8,000. $8,000. And where is it? Like, they're not paying bills with it, I can tell you that.
On either of them in that very moment. The most that Amberlynn has ever said to me is basically that Becky is money hungry and is capitalizing off of their relationship through live streams. But honestly, Destiny did that too. And with what they both had to deal with, especially Becky, pop off, make your coin. The only person who hasn't spoke out about Amberlynn yet is Jade, but Jade, if you're listening, I have the platform for you to speak out on. I would love to hear from you. So with that being said,
could you imagine if Jade connected with Alexis and they did a Q&A together, just answering a bunch of the questions about Amber, but from Jade's perspective? It would be amazing, but I think Jade is smart enough to just be like, you know what? I'm good. I know that crazy train. I'm not about to get back on it. I'm good.
sad. The next question is there any proof/validity to the DV allegations against Jade? I find it hard to believe because of Amber's history with lying on previous partners and also admitting to being the violent one at one point. So when Amberlynn and Jade broke up, they were obviously still living together. And after we had established that her and I are just going to be friends, and she had already moved on to Danielle, her and Jade and I would sit on three-way phone conversations pretty often. Sometimes the conversations lasting like 5, 6, 7 hours. And honestly, Jade never gave me any red flags. She always just came off as like cool, level-headed, patient, hardworking, kind, intelligent. And I don't even know why she wanted to date Amberlynn in the first place. And Amberlynn did tell me that she has hit Jade before and used to go through her phone periodically, like while Jade was in the shower. But she did mention one time that they were fighting and Amberlynn slapped her, and I guess Jade like pushed her and she fell to the ground. And I think it was a bigger deal than it actually was because Amberlynn obviously couldn't get back up by herself. And she said Jade didn't come to help her right away, but I don't know if I would have either if I was in Jade's position.
That is so... So, obviously, people hitting each other is not, I don't condone it. It's still abusive. Um, but I will say that I was brought up in a home where we roughhouse. I still enjoy roughhousing. If I'm playing around, do I do it when my partner may not be in the best headspace to enjoy said roughhousing? Sometimes I do poke the bear. I do. Does that make me a piece of shit? Sometimes it does. It does. But I would never say that it would get to a point where we were both angry at each other. At least to where, like, if I was pushed down, he wouldn't. I would expect him first to laugh. If no laughter is had, then it's not a funny matter. But also, like, pick me up if it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's funny. Help me up. If I'm not getting up right away, help me up. But I have a feeling like, man, I really wish there was like a little camera in the room when this would have happened, so we could have seen how it actually played out. Because can you imagine Amber falling and it being like a little turtle moment, like she's fallen and can't get up, and Jade's just like, yeah, I'm not helping you up. Walked into the next room. Oh, 100%. Amber's laid hands. I mean, Crystal was quiet as hell. Never did anything. Seemed like mostly a nothing person, really, around Amber. Hello, Dr. Geoff Southcote. Such a spiffy name. That is a name. That is a name. Doctor. I got sidetracked. But 100% Amber is not afraid to smack and hit when she's frustrated or something's not going her way. 100% I see that happening. But then I think Jade has, well, maybe Destiny may have been that person to, you know, not really stand for that. I don't see Becky having put up much of a fight to where that would have been much of an issue. I think Becky pretty much caved. But as far as fighting back or having any kind of backbone, I think Destiny and Jade were probably the only two. Pause for a moment. I'm going to play this while my husband and I discuss something.
I mean, I'm sure Jade could have fought her back. So if the worst she's ever done is pushed her and Amberlynn fell over, I wouldn't say that this is like a valid DV allegation. Also, during one of these three-way conversations, Jade had made a comment like, oh, Alexis, like, you're really cute. You remind me of one of my exes. And then I guess after the conversation ended, Jade asked Amberlynn for my number, but obviously Amberlynn was not going for that, which is valid. But so we don't have each other's numbers or anything, and I haven't spoke to Jade since she dropped Amberlynn off in Oklahoma. Also, right before Jade was supposed to take Amberlynn to Oklahoma, they were fighting pretty bad. So Jade was like, I'm not taking you. I don't care. Ask Alexis. So Amberlynn actually did ask me to take her to Oklahoma, and I was going to get a rental car and take off of work and drive her from Kentucky to Oklahoma. But at the last second, Jade changed her mind and she was like, whatever, I made a commitment. I'll go through with it. And I think she felt bad about me taking off of work and having to put my life on hold for an obligation that was hers and not mine. So this next question.
Okay. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a fight. My daughter was eating an apple.
And asks,
Oh,
can you give
oh my
us-
god. Oh my god. I hit the space bar, sorry. My daughter was eating an apple and she bit into a piece and started freaking out because there was a worm. And I was like, well, don't freak out. It's an apple. It's bound to happen sometimes if you're eating apples that are from being grown. It's bound to happen. And I mean, it's never happened to me, but it's bound to happen to somebody. And she started freaking out. And I was like, well, don't freak out unless you ate the worm. Then we'll freak out because that's gross. But it's, I mean, I don't think it's going to kill you. But no, we weren't fighting. It was just my husband didn't know what to do in that moment. He was like, that's it. We got to throw all the fruit out. And I was like, hold on now. Let's not get hectic here. It's fine. I was like, next time before we go giving an apple, maybe we cut it up to make sure that there's no issues. Because then if there's a bug in there, we know that she's not eating that part of the apple. It's not going to kill her. It's natural. It's nature. If a bug can eat it, we can eat it. Anyhow, back to this. Go be natural in someone else's snack plate. All right, so we saw that Alexis was supposed to originally take Amber to Oklahoma because her and Jade were having, you know, a time. And then Jade ended up taking her to Oklahoma. We see receipts for what would have been the rental. The timeline on all of Amber's flings, Abby and Danielle. That one I really didn't care for, the question. Like, at that point, I don't care. Like, the only reason I would have cared is, like, if it intersected with Emily's. And then we got some sloppy. Oh, I was going to go somewhere with that, but I best not. I best try to keep it PG. We got some Emily and other people's. Well, no, they're DMing her, and she's just answering like a dumbass. Secret Squirrel. I think a lot of this is very personal and probably shouldn't have been shared by her. In what regard, Secret? In regard to the other partners and the timeline of their relationships, or the Emily DMs being shared? I guess it really depends. These people were obviously looking for Emily to slip up, and Emily did. And I think Alexis right now is still gunning for, you know, crumbling this relationship, because it is built upon both sides kind of lying to each other, and keeping things from each other. And the fact that Emily is so freshly out of a relationship where her former partner passed, and is having to deal with mourning that loss, as well as, you know, being a parent, even part-time parent. I think a lot of this is irresponsible. And hello, Carolyn. I did not mean to not say hi when you came in. But I think it kind of swings both ways in sharing this information. I think if Emily was really serious about Amber, would she be telling these people in Instagram DMs about her relationship? I feel like something is off there, especially how she was able to snap back on after basically telling them like the relationship was over and how she was feeling on the matter, and then snapping back into a relationship with Amber where they're like love bombing the shit out of each other. But they still don't trust each other. I feel like on the back end of it, they still don't 100% trust each other. Especially if, like, I don't know, the Amber doing the 360 life or whatever the hell it is to pinpoint people's locations and like going through their phones when they're not in the same room, it screams insecurity, and it screams that she's not as trusting as she would like us to believe, that she feels like this relationship is secure. Like, it would take a lot of convincing on my part if you would tell me that you are actively looking at your significant other's social media accounts and through their messages and who they're interacting with, as well as keeping track of where they are at all times, that they're not talking to you directly. Is that trusting? Do you actually trust that person? And apparently these aren't from that long ago. They're like 10 days old or whatever. And we see that Emily's talking about grieving Colleen, her late fiance. But we're not doing that. We're doing the exact opposite. And where was like this wanting to grieve in peace when she was in other social media present people's DMs on TikTok? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I was just wanting to grieve in peace. Where? You were talking to other other very large women with social media presences, and the rumor going that you don't want to work and wanted Amber to provide everything for you. Yeah, as a fetish, maybe. And like, looking back on her statement on, you know, she wasn't interested in the fetish, that she only did this for money. Oh, Carolyn. Oh, Carolyn. No, they are. Emily is posting videos and stuff of them together from her account, and they both have like been present on one another's. Yeah. Alexis and Amber had a falling out. Emily's back in. I guess Emily technically never left. At least not from Amber's perspective on relationships. Oh, 100% spooky. That sounds like such a red flag behavior. It's my account. I mean, apparently this is when Amber and her were having like an off moment when everything was coming to the surface about Emily and her history online. So, but the fact that she was like, I'm just over this drama, I want to grieve in peace, it speaks very loudly. Also, this speaks very, very loudly. Costco can sell you a big thing of single popcorn. Is anybody going and seeing the new Alien this weekend? Isn't it Alien Romulus? Or I know they change the name frequently. What? Brioche. Are you? You're making this very hectic. Well, anyhow, for those that are Alien fans in here, I know it's a loss in the sauce situation type deal. This message right here from Emily, she needs to stop posting and let it die. I'm sure she's making a nice amount of money off me losing everything. I'm sure Emily would know all about the amount of money that Amber's making off of her quote unquote losing everything. What did she lose? Like a job that she may have not wanted? She was wanting to pack up and move everything for Amber anyhow and wanted Amber to take care of everything, right? And Amber's no stranger to like having a significant other throw away a career or job to foot the bill, because that's one that's a one up that she has on the significant other. Like, she has that power over them. "10 minutes south of Fort Worth, Sam's country." Emily should change her profile page to a red flag, a big red flag. There's a red circle and it says flag. Wait, is that's not homophobic, right? It shouldn't be. I'm half gay. Like, come on, people. I said flag. Emily is the big cherry messiah. And apparently Emily was naive to the fact that Amber had this presence online. And it's like, ma'am, if you were watching reaction channels, which Alexis said, in fact, Emily had watched reaction channels because Amberlynn went through her phone. Like, if you've watched any reaction channel, I think you could just literally pick out of the hat at this point. they're going to tell you what kind of problematic presence that Amber has online. Like, I don't think it's any mystery. I think Becky was more observant than we realized. Yeah. I feel like Becky, especially there towards the end. Why am I suddenly on the Crumble website? Carolyn, what is wrong with you? Did Amber make you crave crumble? Was it the cookie video? Did they share that? I really hope, for the love of baked goods. For the love of baked goods, they didn't show that. And like, could you pick a more calorie dense cookie or baked good to go with? Because isn't crumble cookies like thousands of calories for one cookie? That's crazy. You must have said it in passing, secret squirrel. Facebook heard you talk about it. It's basically a cupcake if it were a cookie. I have yet to have one. I don't think I ever will at this point. I think I'll stick to my nothing bunt cakes because they're amazing. And you know what? I'd rather just eat it than showcase it in a sensual way. I'd rather just eat the cake. Doesn't anybody just eat cakes anymore? I mean, or eat cookies? Why do we have to make things? Why do we have to sexualize everything? Dude, I went online today and Dunkin' Donuts has a coffee type deal that has 132 carbs and 117 grams of sugar. Good Lord, spooky. Don't let Chantal hear that. She's gonna be next to fucking order that. After she mainlines some unicity. Sugar with a touch. I'll have some coffee with my sugar, please. Just a touch of it. I just want you to take a dropper, and I want the essence of coffee with my sugar. I know there's a TikTok that went around. I might have even watched it on Twitter. I don't know. My social medias blur into each other now. Mainline sugar was exactly what I said to my husband. But somebody's coffee order was like 12 cups of sugar. And I'm just like, okay, what are we making? And then came the caramel sauce. And then I was like, okay, you've lost me. That's way too much. Not that the 12 cups of sugar was not too much as well. I had no idea. The whole entire cup was sugar and caramel. And then they poured like the tiniest bit of coffee in it to mix it up. And I was like, at that point, you're just drinking sugar. Like, why not just eat the sugar, man? Diabetes. Here's your cup of diabetes. Diabetes. The beatus. And as we see here, Emily and Amber like love bombing each other. I mean, we already knew that. I wasn't looking for anything serious because I'm still so hurt by losing Colleen, but it felt good to have someone actually care about me again, you know? Chase it with Ozempic. Sugar has no caffeine. I don't know if you have you ever seen a kid eat, or no, have you ever seen a kid eat any kind of sugary candy? I beg to differ. It's got something in there. It's like crack. Oh, auto parts. Totally heard that when I read it. I had to go there. Every time I hear that, the Ozempic auto parts. Yeah. I made the mistake of giving my kid, we had gotten like Code Red Mountain Dew. I don't know why. I think it was just like to go with pizza when we got it. It was just a wild card. And my kid's like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, I'll give you a cup. I'll give you a cup of it. Mistake. Mistake number 1. There was not any mistake number 2. It was just mistake number 1. Like, I should not have done that. I regretted my decisions. She was up until 3 a.m. She was up until 3 a.m. That crash was nice, but the buildup was not. I've got ALR fatigue, but also let's never stop talking about it lest we be back to her normal boring vlogging soon. Honestly, I don't think she's going to be able to go back to vlogging. Like, it has been so long since she's actually done a pre-recorded video of any type. And you know, she is like biting at the bit to wait until Emily gets there and she's going to just overshare everything. I think Brioche, I think she handles caffeine quite fine. I can't handle her with caffeine. I can't handle it. I kind of want to tell Tommy to stop bringing up Colleen. I mean, either take the time to grieve or full throttle with Amber. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like I had a great time with Code Red Mountain Dew when I was little and my mom never let me have it again. Trust me, it's going to be a long time before she has Code Red again. It was a little much. It was a little much. A couples vlog. That's what I think she's waiting around for. I mean, the live streams were more lucrative for her in the moment, but she hasn't live streamed since Alexis has started doing the Q&As. No, because she did a Q&A, or she did a live stream after the first Q&A, but she hasn't done one since. It's been a few days. I haven't heard nothing from her besides these stupid fucking TikTok videos. My sister and I made these latte packets and we're up all night. I love a good latte. I don't know about drink. Well, I guess a decaf at night would be fine. But coffee is life. At least it's what's going to get me through this school year. I love this. Emily coming for people sharing her conversation. You're a joke. Pretending to be nice and then share my conversation with Alexis. Does that make you feel proud or cool or what? You're not a good person. And their fucking response is, baby. And what are you? I can't. I fucking can't, man. This was the weirdest thing. Baby. I love how she types exactly how she speaks. What's crazy is that wasn't Amber. That was just some random. So that's somebody picking up on Amber dialect that's typing how Amber talks. That's a fan. That's a fan right there. This was the weirdest thing about this Q&A. No, it was not. This was the weirdest thing about this Q&A was this back and forth between Alexis and Amber. Alexis being told that Amber's mom thinks that she has a crush on her. Like the whole flirting back and forth thing. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, but it's weird. Whenever I hear Amber talk, that's exactly where it goes. And I don't even know how old Alexis is. Alexis feels young, but not that young. She feels like she's probably her early to mid 20s. So I'll excuse her. Carolyn, who released these DMs, Alexis released these. Apparently, she was contacted by whoever was in Emily's DMs to share those with Alexis. And then Alexis is sharing her private conversations had with Amberlynn. Yeah, so maybe she's like mid 20s. I feel like she's not that old. I don't think she's in her 30s. I'll say that. But I don't know. I think Amber just likes him young, and that's weird to say. I feel like this is I feel like this is watching Cobes say of legal age. They're legal. Of legal age. Of age. Goth girls. God, I haven't even begun to like cover anything of that mess. That is just too messy for me. That is just too much. The Cobes and Jessica now NAL shit. I saw a picture. I think it was just a screenshot of the inside of his mouth. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm good. I'm not covering that. I refuse. No. There's funny drama, and then there's disgusting drama. And you know, I'm a horror fan. I'm a horror movie fanatic. That I will not do. Like the smells alone, and the fact that there's like intimacy involved there was fluids exchanged. I'm like, how? How? Why? 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 It's just why? Why? That's my paralysis demon. No smelly fluids, please. That is why I will not be covering the Josh mess, because that's just too much for me. It's too much. I do have a limit, and that is it. It's right there. Also, this conversation that she's having with Alexis is so manipulative still, because I think you deserve better than me. It's hard to explain. This is Alexis and Amber. So Amber is the gray and Alexis is the blue. Let me see if I can read these how I think it would go. Brace yourself, because I'm not good at imitation. But I'll try it for you guys. Like, I disagree. Why? Because I don't think you're any less than what I deserve. But I want you to find someone who makes you happy. Someone that, like, you really have chemistry and a spark with. Well, why wouldn't we have that? Like, I'm not saying we wouldn't. Imagine me crying right now, up against a wall, crying, about to slide down, but I don't want to slide down because I won't be able to get back up again. But maybe we can someday. What do you mean someday? I'm still hung up. So Jade and Danielle, being hurt by them. And same with you when it comes to Bailey. I want us to be in a better spot so we have a good chance of working. That's valid. The fucking response, that's valid. I'm irritated just reading that nonsense. Yes or no to the thirst trap at the end. the areola. So she made Alexis another person that hurt her. Exactly. All right, we'll go to the voice messages.
What do you mean? All I have to say is row.
That right there, like, how are you having that response to that video that I did not show because y'all really hate on Ariel's stepmom? But Mercila, wait, no, what would her name be? Ambula. We'll work on it. That response, the growl, the roar, while your girlfriend's fucking coughing in the room, dude, yuck, fucking yuck. Mercila. Ursulyn Reid. Ursulyn.
What is happening? The energy's different. The energy is a little different.
Bitch, you're making the energy different. Shut the fuck up. So, like, what was I supposed to think? And this type of behavior was displayed on and off throughout our entire.
Dude, it's so fucking weird. They're back and forth with one another while they were in relationships with other people is weird. Because this conversation was going on while Amber was with, wasn't she with Erica? Or Danielle or whoever the fuck else she was with at the time, talking to. And while Alexis was with whoever they were with. Because obviously there was somebody there with them, coughing in the background of that one voice message. It's weird, right? That's fucking weird. I've never been like this with one of my friends. Like, if my friend is showing me, like, cleavage and, you know, seductive shit and telling me that they have a crush on me or that they are wanting more than a friendship out of me, I'm taking myself out of that situation and being like, you know what? I think this is going a little too inappropriate for me. I am in a relationship. You're in a relationship. That's not how this is supposed to be. We're supposed to be friends. A lot of people speculated that this was Amber's way of starting an schmonly schmans. Who knows if this is Amber's introduction into SW? I might have behaved like this in high school when most people were closeted. It was very, if you know, you know. I do think she's happy about the pictures. It makes her feel desirable and messy like her faves. Yeah. That's the thing. I think Amber is playing this out like she is Trisha Paytas. I don't even really want my husband to see me naked. Spooky. Oh, my Lanta. Now, will we see Amber on, what was it, Phoebe? The feeder site that Emily and her late fiance were on? Are we gonna see her there? Cameo. Amber just be like, Cameo, hit me up on Cameo. Me and my girlfriend are gonna funnel feed. I'm gonna have a super thick protein shake down the funnel. Sorry, Spooky. My live streams are less structured, I feel like, but I mean, it's a way for everybody to be able to like vent about people that are discussed in this niche of the community. I don't take a lot seriously. The things I do take seriously, obviously, I have strong feelings about, but a lot of the other stuff, it's funny. I try to give us time to interact with one another. I try to answer y'all's questions. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why I don't have very many people in here. But you know what? It's still fun. It's still a highlight of my Monday night after the work week. Thank you guys. Queen. This is another thing I couldn't figure out about the whole Amberlynn and Alexis thing. They constantly wanted each other to like meet each other's significant others. Are they wanting a like poly situation? Like a it's a real Florida situation that would be happening. Well, I guess it's not like specific to Florida, but a real switcheroony situation type deal moment to happen. A real pineapple moment. Like, is that Amber's end goal? Why do people do that? I notice friends who are into each other will do stuff like that. I don't know. I guess I've never really had friends that were into me like that, which is fine. But well, also, like, I have a very small friend circle. I, for the most part, loathe people. Like, so I think you would have to feel special just to be friends with me on that level. And even then, it's not special. I will say that much. But I just find it really weird, the wanting a meeting of the significant others. It's weird. Like, I understand if like you guys want to go out on a double date, cool. But if it's for like you guys are actively flirting behind the scenes and you want your significant others to meet, y'all, it's weird. Swingers. I swear on everything and nothing at the same time. But if I were to swear, feels like a lot of insecure validation issues. Yeah. But if it comes out that Amberlynn and Alexis and Erica and Brittany and who else is in the picture? Jade, like all of the recent people that we have met and also not met are just one big like party, I will probably lose my mind. I will feel like it's too much at that point. Spooky, you may be right on that. It's part of Amber being a control freak. She does seem rather controlling. Also, what the fuck is this picture that Alexis? Oh my god, Alexis. Orgy Len. She's gonna be up there throwing her labial-less clamshell around for everybody to pickpocket. Amberlynn looks exactly how she behaves in that picture. Oh, 100%. 100%. She even got her fingers in the picture. Finger Lynn. I really hope that's not how she's doing it. I think they would run into some issues there. What is this fashion sense? that we have going. The pink hoops, the 90s, early 2000s, plastic choker, the hot pink bra underneath see-through striped shirt, a dress as a shirt, throwing it back and crushing souls, not snatching them. She's really given them an all-you-can-eat buffet. Sorry, buffet. Butt-fet. Her and Chantal are stuck in the past. Chantal, when she used to dress, I don't think she really had any kind of style. Like, she literally would just... Did I go too far, Spooky? I'm sorry. Call the health department quick. But I don't think Chantal has any kind of, like, style. Even when she was with Nodder, and even before him, I don't think she really had any kind of styling as far as what she wore. I think she just wore whatever she felt was popular at the time. And even then, I think she really struggled with, like, does this look good? Now, when she was working and doing the mukbangs, and like when she just started doing the mukbangs, when she was still working in the office, and when she was doing the makeup videos, I think she looked more put together. And I actually think she looked nice for the most part. It's when we got into the story times, then we kind of fell off there on her looking as nice. I mean, some of those story times were a little much. I don't think you could have choked that information out of me. Speaking of choking information out of me, Chantal's latest mukbang. I don't want to watch the mukbang per se, but I do want to. Is there just like a good picture of it? I guess that's a good picture of it. Let's just get a picture up here. I just want a picture in the background. Chantal could look really nice sometimes. Amber just looks homeless to me. That is so fucking... The one where she's goes on about FFG's cooch. I think... I don't know. I haven't watched this. I just heard about it through Twitter. Actually, why am I staying for this ad? I don't want to actually watch the video, but I'm going to put it up while I'm talking about it. So let's just see the mountain of food in front of her. There we go. So she had breakfast and lunch, which most people call brunch, but Chantal took it to a whole nother level and decided, no, I'm going to have actual breakfast. And then I'm also going to have lunch at the same time. I'm going to have 2 separate meals at the same time. Exactly the same time. I know the fucking rate that she's putting out mukbangs is crazy. Secrets World, yeah, she's very obsessed with FFG. Man, now I want a burger. I just need to go to sleep. Spooky. But she had a breakfast sandwich in this video. She had hash browns, which are for breakfast. I think she even had coffee. She had chicken fries. And then she also had a backup sandwich. Me when I take an edible, which is why I don't do edibles. The last time I had an multiple edibles was I think a little over a year ago. And apparently, from my husband's recollection of events, which I guess would be better than mine at the time because I don't remember any of it. Apparently I had conversation in my sleep after taking edibles to be able to go to sleep, about being a turtle. I don't know. He said it was very Masters of Disguise coded. So I think I was talking about being a part of the Turtle Club or not a part of the Turtle Club, one or the other. Take of that. try to read that dream, will ya? Pick apart my dream from that one, right? The Forgotten Ninja Turtle. But she ate this entire how long is this video? So in 20 minutes, she ate 2 meals back to back. Man, my stomach would hurt. My stomach would be hurting. Eating 2 meals back to back. She had 2 sandwiches and chicken fries and tater tots. And 2, I'm sure, heavily sugared drinks, because that coffee, you know, she's got sugar in it and cream. 100%. She's just out here, you know, double fisting it. At this point, I know she's got to travel soon, doesn't she? For her visa. How is she gonna handle that fucking trip? She is not in any kind of shape to handle this trip. And the fact that she doesn't have a gallbladder, she is tearing that bathroom up. Like, Sala must be going in there and just spraying everything down. It's like one of those situations from Daddy Daycare where I missed. What do you mean you missed? I missed. If he doesn't, having to come back and clean that shit up is not fun. I would not do it. I would be like, you know what? You're on your own. You change your own ass. You wipe your own ass. Now this is a video we'll watch.
Hey, big guy, how'd it go in there?
I missed.
What does that mean?
I missed.
Oh, hell no.
But after she eats all that, that's what I imagine is happening when Sala has to go clean up. It's a Cartman mixed with Daddy Daycare moment.
All right, major stone shield potions should be... Oh, God, I'm gonna have diarrhea again. You can't go to the bathroom, you're stacking Sunder armor. It's okay. Ma'am, bathroom!
What, hon?
Bathroom! Bathroom!
Oh, that's a big boy, isn't he?
All right, can you drink your elixir of the mongoose?
Only Sala's not happy about it. He's not saying, "Oh, that's a good girl." After, well, maybe he is. Who knows at this point? And I guess we'll move on. This was such a fucking gross episode, I swear. This and the when is it Kyle's dad or Stan's dad? I think it's Stan. You never know whose ass he's worshiping. For all we know, her bidet is actually Sala. It's just Sala in the corner of the bathroom, because the bidet head that she showed is the shower head. So they're using the same water supply for ass to face. So the same shower head that is washing her body, mostly her face, washing her face, is also the one that is being stuck very close to portions of her body to remove waste. Yeah. I think I just gave myself the ick. I doubt it uses shower head very often. I mean, Chantal admitted she doesn't wash her legs or her feet. So what the fuck is she washing? I can 100% guarantee it's not her vagina. I'm just waiting for her to ask her chat if chlorine kills germs. Good lord. All right. So we're going to go to Beth Ann here. Good old Beth Ann Osborn. This will go. I don't want to do the dog washing one because I don't think it has any actual information. Let's pick apart her makeup routine. I think that feels like it's a good moment. Any hoo-ha. Let me turn the volume down on this because they're loud. Old Devin M there in the background.
Hold on a second, guys.
Someone said, zoom in, what's that in the table? Looks like a glass pipe to me. Can we get Beth, Amber, and Chantal in a room, please? Oh my god. I honestly think that Chantal would try taking Devin from Beth. I 100% think that would happen. You know how she feels about them skinny boys. Those skinny, methed out looking boys. Andy's younger than she is. I honestly, their personalities, I think, would clash a lot. But she might like that. Look at how she was with Nodder. She was enamored. That woman was gone for him. Oh, 100%. I'm waiting to see if things progress with Beth. Because somebody, I think you missed that part of the live stream in the beginning where I was talking about somebody on TikTok sent an email to Beth's past location where she has a warrant out for her arrest, and was just relaying to them that she is in Arkansas right now and is planning on fleeing yet again because she has charges for those dogs. It might even be the same charges that she's getting in Oregon. But essentially letting law enforcement know where she is right now and that she's planning on leaving and how she's planning on leaving to see if something gets done on removing the dogs from her care and maybe getting her arrested because she does have warrants out for her arrest. Whether or not anything will come from that, I just think it'll be interesting and to see if she actually does get arrested. What the hell's Devin gonna do? Are we gonna see just Devin out here pimping himself on TikTok at this point? Also, like, a lot of this on the table is very telling. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Can I zoom in? I'm going to. Let's do some things, stuff and things here. It's gonna be really zoomed in here, but it's so y'all can see the table a little bit more clearly. Somebody pointed out on the table what looks to be like a glass pipe, and I'm assuming they're meaning this like red thing. Where's my mouse? Properties. It's like right behind the blue. Is that like butane or a propane tank? What tank is that? But the little red thing back there looks like a little pipe situation. They have a lot going on this table. It's a mess. It could also be like duster, couldn't it? I've heard they like that as well. I don't know. Whatever it is, it probably shouldn't be there. And it's probably why she swung really quick back out of view.
Hold on a second, guys.
I don't know. It's really weird. It doesn't look like she meant for it to swing there either. I think she was looking at something. That's a nice looking place. I mean, it doesn't look horrible. I've seen worse, but it's not also the best. I mean, it's definitely better than what Tennessee Tammy Mukbangs was living in, but that's I mean, the level is very low.
They always ignorant, girl. We just paying no attention, at least.
Beth and her makeup.
They always ignorant, girl. We just paying no attention, at least. They always ignorant, girl. We just paying no attention, at least. They always ignorant, girl. We just paying no attention, at least. They always ignorant, girl. We just paying no attention, at least.
Okay, we heard it the first time, Beth. Damn. She doesn't look like someone stressed about money and survival. Fucking music is taking me out. Also, that sports bra that Beth wears, I think she only has like 2 bras and interchanges them out, but she'll stay in the same clothes for like days on end while she's doing these TikTok live streams. And then I guess when she gets tired of people calling her out on like the fact that she hasn't changed in a few days, she'll go to the raccoon AI avatar thing.
Please don't act as if I am not doing everything I fucking can for myself. Because that's a very big misconception. Please don't. Aw, sweetie, they're not pick marks from what you seem they are. It's called anxiety. Aw, sweetie, they're not pick marks from.
So she put on a shit ton of makeup because her face is fucked right now. She calls it just anxiety from her picking at her face, which I'm more lenient on, because yeah, some people do pick at their face out of anxiety. But they're definitely picking a lot more than has been previously shown, and a lot of people are thinking that that is due to drugs.
Blue Eyes, how do you think $943 supports anyone? Dead serious. I get
So she gets almost $1,000 a month on, I'm assuming, disability or Social Security, something to that effect. But doesn't Devin also get money? Because he's not working as well. So wouldn't that be enough to get y'all by? I have a relative who picked because of hydros. Drugs. But the fact that they're not paying their electric bill has gotten so high that it was shut off and they had to pay at least $1,700. Yeah, I don't know. But $943 a month, and then whatever Devin would be bringing in from his as well. You would figure that's at least over $1,000 that they're bringing in. That should be enough for two people to live in a 1-bedroom or studio place out in Arkansas, of all places. How fucking expensive is Arkansas to live? Let's look at this up. Fort Smith apartments. Not now. I would bet they're on food stamps. I don't think that they could collect a lot in food stamps, both being people that could work. I mean even people that do work and bring in a little bit of money and not enough to support themselves don't make much on food stamps. You don't really make a lot unless you have children. Arkansas is pretty expensive now for housing. Let's look at low income, because they would be able to apply for low income. Fort Smith. We'll just do the for rent. Meetings they both have records. That's also something that's going to probably come into play with them being able to get housing. But $756 in Fort Smith, $625 in Fort Smith. I mean, I know it's not the average, but $413. But none of these places are going to accept that amount of dogs, or dogs in general, more than likely. They barely give enough, and some states don't set aside much for social programs. Yeah. Social programs are being overburdened. I had a friend who applied for emergency housing for her and her kids, and they were told it was a year wait. Ugh, that sucks. Yeah, out here, it seems like the closer you go into more congested cities, and probably not the best part of the congested cities, the housing price seems to drop, but it comes at a cost because you're in a rough neighborhood, probably more apt to crime or things being stolen and violence. Since code control came out and nailed them for the yard, I'm assuming it's a house. Yeah, apparently it is a house. It does have a like shed in the backyard, and they were working on getting the shed zoned so that they could technically say that it's another housing area for their dogs to be split in numbers so that they weren't being coded for that. But it couldn't happen because it's a shed. It's literally just a fucking 4 walls of wood. There's no cement base to it. There's no insulation. Like, it's nothing. It's a shed. I lived 30 miles from Fort Smith in a small town, and a decent small house was running $1,200. So yeah, so I'm wondering what they pay for their house, or if they're paying. Maybe it's a squatter situation. No, they have to be paying something. I would think they'd have to be paying something. That's so nice. 1,200. And I don't know how big that place is that they have. It seems like it's at least a 2-bedroom because they keep the dogs in a separate space and kennels. House sitting.
$943 a month. $943 a month. That's it. Hey, exposing Tina Sue, I was just talking about you. How's the coven today? What do you mean?
I lived in the sticks and got a big old farmhouse on an acre for $650. I kind of wish we'd just stayed there. Yeah, there's parts of Texas, like out in the country, that you could get fairly cheap. When I lived out there, like places in Joshua and obviously Keene, where I used to live, and I don't know about Burleson. Burleson got kind of suburby. I could barely get $600 from unemployment after being laid off. It was so frustrating. I was like, fuck, I'll figure it out. Oh, that was Arkansas? Damn. I could barely get $600. Yeah. When I was unemployed, my unemployment was like, I think it was like $540, and that was every 2 weeks. It sucked. Nearly $1,000 and you didn't have to lift a finger for it. Still not happy. Ugh. Yeah, Burleson's kind of, I mean, when I first had moved out there, they were starting to build all of those new, I don't know if they're not modular homes, but those new like copycat suburb homes where everything was like a quick build, and they're all like 100 plus. But our the first apartment that I got in Keene, Texas was, I think it was like $750, and it was 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. But it was in like it was a complex. It wasn't my favorite. And then the first house we had got needed a lot of work, and I think we paid a little under, I think a little under 100 for it. I mean, we didn't pay out of pocket, obviously we got a loan, but I think we put another like 30 into it on fixing things, remodeling things. It was a lot. Yeah, that was Keene, Texas in 2011, 2010, 2011. It's been a while. The rent's probably crazy high now. Yeah, the price is going up and they're not paying you anymore to to buy it. So it fucking, I hate it here, Grandpa. It's too damn bad.
Yikes, the hair. Sweetie, my hair looked cute as fuck. Lenny, I think you need to leave the 1960s, baby. Hey, can you hand me a lighter? What do you mean, yikes, the hair?
I like how she's like, what do you mean, yikes, the hair? Yes, Beth, yikes, the hair. It looks like you fucking dyed part of it blue and kept the other part partially lifted and then not lifted enough at the roots. It looks atrocious. But if that's the look you're going for, pop off. Pop off.
Every single one of you that reports somebody else's cash out or bank, you need to go seek mental health help. You need to go see a psychiatrist. For real. Only because it's outside, yeah, right? Oh, look at you, Jada. You're so cute, Jada. Why don't you try to buy your way back into my life again for the 4th time? Oh, look at you, Jada. One of the troll pages posted a video mocking my childhood essay.
I don't know how I feel about the face she just made after saying that. Karen, but her children put food coloring in her shampoo as a joke. I know, she didn't name the name, and then also goes and makes the fucking ghost face after saying that. Like, what the hell? Could you not be serious in that moment? Why did you open your mouth and stick your tongue out?
So as I said, I'm not going to be on here long because you guys don't, I'm not giving them the satisfaction of me breaking where they can see. But I also ended my live abruptly earlier and I felt I owed you guys an explanation as to why I just cut my live off.
I am so fucking confused. For one, there's not a tear coming out of her eyes. For two, why would you come online obviously choking up, giving them what they want if that's not what you intended to do? Like, what the fuck are you? This is all to get people to donate to her because they're like, oh, this girl's being picked on online because of how she looks, because of how her past, whatever. And it's like, no, she's actually a piece of shit person. Like,
it's going to get us a camper, Miss Mal. Camper's not gone, Matilda. Go away. How many fake accounts do you need to have? It's your type of obsession that bothers me so much, ma'am.
why does she keep sticking her tongue out? Why does she keep making weird face? It must be the drugs. It's got to be the drugs. Because why? Is this a face that she's got to make? I want that in writing, that the money is going to the camper. Exactly, secret. But it's honestly probably not going to the camera. It's hard to be serious when you're high. It's like she's trying to make herself cry, but she's making these stupid ass faces while trying to do it. I wonder if that's her cue to Devin to like blow in her eyes or something. Blow in my eyes so it makes me tear up. I need something. It's like this is like the attorney situation all over again, where they needed money for Devin's attorney because of his court case, and she didn't want him going to jail. She wanted him to have a good lawyer so that it would fight the case. And then the case got dismissed. Apparently had been dismissed a week prior. And conveniently, to their knowledge, they didn't know that it had been dismissed, but didn't refund anybody the money and told everybody they were using the money to get out of Arkansas. And then that never happened. Here we are asking for more money to once again try to leave Arkansas because Beth has a court case coming up the 16th that if she does not show up for, they're going to put a warrant out for her arrest. Like,
Sorry. I need to take a couple minutes and regroup. I'm gonna go to Instagram real quick and medicate. So that I can deal with these emotions in private, because I'm very pissed off right now. I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm pissed the fuck off.
Ma'am, we can see your eyes. We can see your eyeballs. You are not crying. And if you are, it is a fucking medical mystery as to why you're not producing tears. Maybe you should look into that. I hear dry eyes is a thing, and that people of your advanced aging medicate Spooky. She goes and she smokes cannabis on her her Instagram. She'll go over to live stream on Instagram and smoke on there. I'm not sure why Instagram hasn't like caught on to her doing that, but apparently it's privated. So unless people in her little inner manipulation circle say anything about it, they don't report it. So.
you, Narita.
Ma'am, we can see your eyes. Like, stop. Stop acting like you're crying when we can see your face. We can see your eyeballs.
I'm so angry right now that someone thinks that it's okay to mock shit like that. To just mock people's trauma, and it's okay for you. Because you don't like me, or because you think I'm somebody, or you think I'm this, or you think I'm that. It's okay to mock people's trauma, and that's fucking disgusting.
This is really rich coming from a woman that claimed that she fought in fucking Vietnam, to claim that she was a Marine and that she went on secret missions against the cartel, alongside the cartel. Like, this is really rich coming from somebody who claims all this. I just can't. I fucking can't. I can't with her. Oh yes, spooky Vietnam. She's a Nam vet. Yeah. This former Marine. This former Marine. Her parents probably haven't even met by then. This former Marine was special ops and went on side missions undercover with the cartel. Super secretive. Nobody knows, not even the Marines. That's the reason she doesn't produce her her papers saying that she was a veteran, is because it's so secretive. They don't even know. Yeah, exactly. So secretive, even the VA doesn't know. Come on, Brio. She's washing a dog. If I'm gonna show all parts of her life, please don't start to. Emily Emil. She loves that fucking sports bra. I do not get it. She is always in it.
Right, Desiree, we are $164 away from goal. We are literally...
Damn, Beth, why are you always yelling? Why are you yelling? Being an addict does not make you part of a cartel or whatever she's going on about, Dipstick.
Literally $164 away from goal. Yeah, you heard what I said. Let's get it, guys. Hit those links in the bio, even if all you can do is $5, y'all. We are 164 away. Let's get it. Let's get it, guys. We are 164 away. Let's go. Let's get this motherfucker. Let's go.
Bring back the gingerbread cookie. Buying from them doesn't necessarily make you an associate. You know what's even wilder about that story about her being special ops or whatever? Her going into being a Marine for her basic training, she had just met Devin prior to that. Just met him. This is when she still had her children. And decided, you know what? I've only known this man for 3 months. I'm going to leave my kids with him. I'm going to leave my children with him. while I go away for basic training. Ma'am, you got me fucked up if I'm leaving my children with a man that I've only known for 3 months. I'm sorry. No. No, no, Beth.
Girl, it's y'all. It ain't me. It's y'all coming through for us. Oh, I've got 3 people. Thanks, though, Poppy. And actually, Devin just needs a licensed driver in the car with him, so. Oh, I've got 3 people. Thanks, though, Poppy.
Oh my god, they're getting a fucking vehicle and Devin doesn't even have his license yet.
Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Let's get it, get it, get it. Since they didn't like my let's go, I figured I'd try the get it.
Hold on a second. Jesus, take the wheel for a minute. How are they buying a vehicle without either person being a licensed driver? I don't think you can. Can you buy vehicles from people without having a license? I honestly don't know. Because don't you have to be licensed to get insurance for the vehicle? So technically, you have to have a license to buy said vehicle to be drivable. Illegally, anything's possible. In imagination land, anything's possible. In Vietnam, in Arkansas, anything is possible. In Arkansas, you can, but you can't register it without an insurance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you would have to, in order to get insurance on the vehicle, unless they're planning on just going full throttle with like not insuring the vehicle, just buying the vehicle outright and not registering it, and just having another moment where where somebody calls the cops on Devin and he gets picked up because he has a license on a vehicle that has no insurance. I think the last time he got picked up, though, he didn't even have a license. He was an unlicensed driver. Can't spell illegal without legal. You gotta pray not to be pulled over. Good Lord, these people.
Was that annoying a little less? Good. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Avery, we are $169 from goal. Yes, ma'am, you heard me correctly.
What is going on? Cats are... I took down a poster and they're deciding that this is the time. This is the very moment that they're gonna let their curiosity unleash on said poster. Leave it alone. Yeah, my cats. Why don't they just steal catalytic converters like any other self-respecting druggie? I don't think they know where a catalytic converter is. I don't think they're that smart. They would take the take a cap off of something and be like, "This is catalytic converter, right? Wonder how much we can get for this." This Vietnam vet probably knows her way around a catalytic converter or two.
The hell we're not. We're $169 from goal, guys. Anything helps. The links are in the bio. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get it, get it, get it. Let's go, let's I will let you out of my life.
Beth, this is not the song for you. This is not the song.
The same dogs I'm currently preparing.
Oh, here we got Beth and her sports bra.
The same dogs I'm currently preparing a 5-star meal for. Yes, ma'am. We definitely are. You know it, girl. I'm done with this place. This place tried to only take my freedom, my husband's freedom, my dog's freedom. Well, my fucking place tried to take everybody's freedom. Probably didn't even try to take my grandmammy's freedom, God rest her soul. The same dogs I'm currently...
She'll probably outlive us all. Yeah. Unfortunately. I'm surprised she does the dishes. Honestly, same. I'm surprised. They are actually married. I did see a marriage certificate that floated around. So they're actually married. She just hasn't changed her last name. So her last name is still Osborn, and his name is Dixon, obviously. But I think they just didn't want to put in the money to have her name changed because it's a hassle to have everything else changed afterwards.
Currently preparing a 5-star meal. We are $100 away from going. Hell yes, Des. We are pushing it. We are going so hard.
Oh no, they're married. They've been married. It's a few. They've been married for a few years. It's not something that they've been married for like some outrageous amount of time. I think it's like 2 or 3 years that they've been married. Actually, I take that back. She did say that they got married close to COVID. So I think that gives you an idea of how long they've been married.
I want to get it in the next 10 minutes so I can go and jump in this bathtub and be like, yep, my life is good.
I love that Beth only bathes when she gets obscene amounts of money. It's like once she finishes getting a huge sum of money, I say huge, but once she gets a couple grand after a few days of panhandling online, she's like, okay, now I can bathe. I deserve to treat myself. Ma'am, you haven't bathed in 3 days. You should treat yourself every day. It's a bath. Take a shower.
We are $100 away from going. Hell yes, Des. We are pushing it. We are going so hard.
This is Kim, which we'll touch on later because I went down a rabbit hole on Kim and I need to like do a full video on her. I think that's all for Bethy. Oh, my favorite. My favorite. We're gonna play it just because it's my favorite.
Done. I've reached my fucking limit of how many people stabbing me in the fucking spine I can take. I've had my limit.
Beth, why you do your face like that? Stop. You look like a Muppet. You look like a Muppet. And you're forcing the tears. You're forcing them. You're trying to poop out the tears. It's the fucking death stare into the camera. The fucking death stare. Like, why are you staring into my soul, ma'am? We finally squeezed out some tears.
But somehow yet I'm still the villain, and it's all for putting boundaries in place.
I like the pause while we were reading the chat and then going into the hyperventilating. We gotta keep the momentum.
They the ones stirring up drama in every fucking live I have in the boxes. But then they want to block me and tell me they're done with the drama. Well, guess what? Done.
I love whoever was screenshotting those. Just screenshotting the hell out of her sad faces. Secret Squirrel, it's like she's peeking out to make sure that you're looking and having the right response. Oh, 100%. She's milking that for all that she could to get donations, more than likely. It's so funny. Sober living, y'all. I swear. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was super bummed because the subreddit that did a lot of the clipping of the longer live streams of Beth's was banned. So Beth had them banned, I'm assuming. She had enough people report the Reddit beg talk. They covered a bunch of people that were begging on TikTok. It was unfortunate. They made a TikTok page now, though. So hopefully we start seeing some more clips soon. Honestly, they should just start a YouTube channel to archive the live streams. If I hadn't been banned so many times from Beth's chat, I would do it. But also, I don't have that kind of time to dedicate right now to staying online and waiting for her to maybe live stream. But she started to get to where, like, if she sees that you don't donate to her or give a compliment to the situation, she'll just delete you or block you, kick you from the chat, time you out, whatever. So stupid. Bam. But I think that's gonna be all tonight, you guys. I know it wasn't too exciting. Foodie does the same thing, yeah. No, it wasn't too exciting tonight, but it's a school night. Didn't she have a penny guy? The penny fairy? Yeah, penny fairy still does his live streams and stuff. Yeah, I think he's been covering new people because it seems like there's a new scammer type beg talk person on TikTok every day, and he catches the people in slip ups or lies about why they need the donations or how often they're on asking for money for things, and draws attention to it by participating first to kind of find out more and see what pushes their buttons by donating the penny. The baby daddy guy hasn't come back up. Nope, not yet. If he does, though, we will do one on him because it was interesting. It was definitely interesting. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. This wonderful Monday back in school night. I might do another live stream tomorrow mostly because I wanted to cover some of the stuff with Beth that I had saved to my phone, and I didn't think to transfer it over before tonight's stream. So maybe I'll do a stream tomorrow just to showcase that stuff. Yeah, I had fun. This was fun. We should do this more often. No, I can't dedicate that much time. You have a good evening as well, Spooky. Thank you guys all for coming. Brioche, Secret Squirrel, Spooky Fish. Who else is in here? That's it. Just y'all. Thank y'all for coming and spending some time with me. Bullshitting. You were staring at souls like that. Yeah, Carolyn came through. I didn't see her go. Did she leave? I was looking at my participants, which is not a very good gauge of who all was in here. But I appreciate everybody that came, and we'll do this again. I promise. Next Monday. And I don't know what we'll talk about. Something juicy, I'm assuming, will happen between now and then. And there will be a video up hopefully sometime this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. On some more of the Emily Beastjack stuff going on because it's gross. And that's where I'll leave it. One day is like a year on the internet. There will be definitely stuff to discuss. Yeah, there's always something. But thank y'all and have a good night. Hope y'all have a good week. Bye.